Well, hello everybody. It's Bug Eater 64 here, and we're sitting at Greenville, Spartanburg in upstate South Carolina, KGSP, and then we're going to be making a flight from here down to KMYR, which is Myrtle Beach, right there at the ocean in South Carolina. So it's not a very far flight, less than 300 miles, but we're going to be taking 67 passengers with us, and we'll go from there. So, hope you enjoy it. Let's get in the cockpit. Let's get this aircraft ready for the go. So, until we see you in the sky, let us get her done. Come on, people. See you in the cockpit. Okay, so here we are inside the Dash 8, and right now we're loading up some fuel. Once the fuel is loaded, then we'll start loading our 67 passengers. So while we're getting the fuel loaded, we can get a few things done. So let's get our MFDs turned on. And once they're on, then we'll go ahead and communications. And our FMS. Okay. Oh, got to check the message. Says the same thing every time. All right, so we're at Greenville, Spartanburg. Today's flight is going to be at 8,500 feet, so we'll go ahead and get 8500 into the system. Now this particular FMC, and you can see my SkyVector flight plan, I have to put in by hand, even though I can save my flight plans, so on. I can't automatically put them into the FMC, so it just takes a few, for these kind of flight plans, it just takes a couple minutes to get them loaded in. And I'm just using very basic, not worried about SIDS and stars and stuff. I'm just going to load up my direct to waypoints, and then we'll get her to and get things started. And while I'm doing this, of course, they're finishing up the fueling of the aircraft. So flight plan looks ready. Aircraft is fueled. So let's get loading passengers. And that was the cockpit door locking, so get the passengers and baggage on board. Okay, so while they're loading, we can get a few things done. Let's double check here. Let's get the APU started. We've been on ground power. up to this point. And we will get our MFDs a little brighter. Turn up the displays. Now the aircraft has, on the PFD that I was looking at for loading aircraft and so on, it has very extensive checklist. But I've got my own down and dirty checklist for starting up the aircraft, so that's why I'm not using it. If you'd like me to go through every single step on the checklist during a flight, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to do that. But I found most people just want me to get the airplane started, get in the air, and get to the destination, and see if I can land something without causing a whole bunch of ruckus and fire and bodies all over the runway. So that's what we're going to do. And this flight is less than 300 miles. So it won't take us that long. And we'll get, we've got our altitude set. We'll get our vertical speed set. We're going to climb at about 800 feet a minute. This aircraft does not have an auto throttle. So I've got to kind of keep an eye on my airspeed and so on so I don't overspeed the aircraft. There's our no smoking. Batteries are on. Generators engaged. Okay, how we doing here? Looking pretty good. Excuse me. Got a little morning froggy in the throat. We got to get him out. Okay, so loading of the aircraft is proceeding nicely. This does have a fast load option, so I could just hit the button and it'd be done. So, but we've got all the cargo and luggage on board. So close our cargo door. Continue to finish up loading the passengers before we can start engines. And that will just take a few more moments and we will have passengers all on board, and then we can get our FlyJSim Dash8 Q400 in the air. And it's a beautiful morning for a flight here at Greenville, Spartanburg in upstate South Carolina. Okay, passengers are all on board, so let's get the aircraft buttoned up and get ready to go. Okay, disconnect our ground power unit. Now, one thing I am still having a bit of a problem with is the throttles and the mixtures. And you'll see a little bit more of that here as we get things going on. So we've got engine number 1 is spooling up. That looks good. Okay, we'll let it stabilize and start number 2. And number 2 is spooling up nicely. So that's all looking good. So we've got 2 good engines. There's a lock there. So engines are done. Okay, communication system's all good. And let's get all our pitot heats on. Position lights. Make sure the seatbelt system is lit. All right, so we have taxied down to the end of the runway, and you can see the throttles are not working real well with my HOTAS. So I'm not sure what's going on with that.
04.
Okay, let's go for full throttle here. Oh, they start. Okay, now they're working okay. All right, so we got to keep an eye on the throttle. We don't want to overspeed the engines because that'll be bad. And we have to watch our airspeed to get ready to take off. And rotate. It doesn't take a lot of runway to get this girl up. Okay, positive rate, gear up. And we'll bring the flaps up. And get on our way. So, nothing to it. And we'll go ahead and throw on the yaw dampener, and getting ready, put on the autopilot and LNAV. Dash 8 is just a really neat airplane. I like it a lot. And FlyJSim group has just done a beautiful job on the systems and everything. And the issues that I run into with my HOTAS and so on is just getting used to the new aircraft and some of its little idiosyncrasies and quirks. So, but it flies really well. I have zero complaints. So FSAirlines Air America Duet Flight 100 is on its way. Systems are go. Okay, we are on final approach into Myrtle Beach. And I am hand flying the aircraft. I do with all my landings. That's maybe why they're not so spectacular. Okay.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Terrain.
I think
terrain.
you're wrong. I think
Approaching
I'm fine.
3-6.
Too low.
And I'm
terrain.
going to prove it to you.
Too low, flaps.
The flaps are fine.
Too low, flaps.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay. Down safely.
(5,000 feet remaining).
Yeah, definitely going to have to do a little work with the throttle quadrant. It doesn't seem to want to go into allow me to use the reversers, but again, just something I've got to get set up and get working. So with that, we'll just come down here at the end of the runway and turn around and head back. But a safe landing, so all is good. We've got her parked. So let's go ahead and get her shut down and unload our passengers. Park and brake on. Okay. Connect the ground power unit, which we got to turn off our taxi lights first. Okay, so now we can unload the passengers. And with that, the flight is over. Thank you for flying Air America Duet, and we will see you next time. Well, okay then. Good flight. Short flight. Went from Greenville, Spartanburg down here to Myrtle Beach. FSAirlines flight. Everything went well, and we hopefully made a little bit of money for the company. And the frame rates weren't too bad either. So getting all the passengers off the aircraft now, and hopefully they'll get their luggage and get the heck out of Dodge so we can get ready for the next one. So with that, hope you enjoyed the flight. This new FlyJSim Dash8 Q400 is an excellent, excellent aircraft. I love it. Great fun to fly. Got some getting used to, and the frame rates and everything will just get better and better, I'm sure. Also, the fact that this is version now 1.04, and everything is just getting better and better. So, hope you enjoyed it, as I said, and I'm glad you came along for the ride. Until next time, this is Bug Eater 64, and as always, remember, safe flying.